Hello everyone, this is Joe Felix. Welcome to my channel Knowing Your World. Today I'm going to talk to you about voodoo as I know it, as I understand it. And I'm going to give you a little bit of details based on what I said last week regarding people being made of three parts, of three beings. My friends, if you are thinking of doing your ascension like I'm trying to do, to go up into the light, and not be reincarnated back on earth by not keeping the cycle going, there is a price to pay. Because whatever you're doing in life, there is a sacrifice. I don't mean anything evil. It's just the discipline that you have to deal with. It's not going to be easy. I also mentioned last week that I've seen my soul. Yes, I have. And it's usually in my dream. When I see him, I see another me, another Joseph. But I see him as when I was 17 years old. He's very young, okay? In order to have that privilege, you must wake him up. There are work to be done to wake him up. I can't go into details right now because I'm going to talk about voodoo. Let me make you understand voodoo. Voodoo is a totem pole, is a Tower of Babel. It's a pyramid. That's it, a pyramid. By the same token, you should not abandon your ancestors. Okay? It is very important. They need you. You have to keep honoring them. You know what a pyramid is. Just like in the dollar, you see the all seeing eye. Okay? So, which means in the pyramid, when you keep going under, the one on top keep going up. And it's the same, that's what voodoo is. Okay? Therefore, when you abandon your ancestors, they stop growing, they stop going up. And let's say you become a Protestant, it's the Protestant God that's the one that keeps going up, the Protestant God. And that God, for them to give you that God, your ancestors were beaten, tortured, massacred for them to accept their Christ, their God that they have given you. Okay? So you can always be dependent on them because you can always be going under their pyramid and they keep going up. All right? So your ancestors are your mothers, fathers, grandparents, great grandparents, all your lineage, all your descendants who have passed on, and they become loi, and they are the ones that you are honoring. It's not devil or anything like that. For those people to have their God, to have their religion so prominent, you would you believe how many crimes that they have committed? So many millions of people they have killed, and they have even made war for their gods to be accepted. They've done a lot that will take a book for me to explain to you what they have done to get where they are. It's a plot that has been going on for centuries to get where they are. Now it's time that you understand you don't have anything evil in your family because all those ancestors, that you worship, that you honor, they are your own family. They are your own descendants. Believe me. I believe that Haitians are born voodooisant, voodooesque. They are born that way. They have the voodoo in them. I don't know about other nations, but Haitians are born with it in them. When they are born, they have what they call a maître tête, headmaster, the master of your head. But it's like your angel guardians, your guardian angel. Sorry, your guardian angel. It's a Loa. That Loa is your ancestors. It's a Loa. That Loa is your ancestors, the voodoo spirit. That's your ancestors. But it's your angel God, your guardian angel also. Okay? So you have a method. So people should know who their method is and communicate with him, and so they can do better in life. But unfortunately, the people who have the power in the voodoo, the unga, the mambo, they don't do it that way. There should be books written to teach young people. It's not done that way. So I always hear that there are 21 nations in voodoo. For example, you have Erzili Freda, Aloha, white spirit, belongs to the Rada nation, like just like Dambala belongs to the Rada nation. Then you have Ezuli Dantor, a black Loa, belongs to the nation of Peto, the Peto nation. And then you have the nation of Nago, the Nago nation. That's where you find the Ogus, all the Ogus. You have Ogu Ferai, Ogu Badakri, Ogu Balenjo, etc., etc. So this is how it is. It's like you are Haitian or you are French or you are Canadian. They are all of the same nation, but they are not the same. They are not the same. The ones in my family, the Ogus, the Ezili, the Dambala, they are my ancestors. The one in your family, they are your ancestors. They're not the same as mine. They are called Ogu, they are called Ezili, they call Kuzenzaka, they are called Dambala, but they're not the same as the ones in your family. They are my ancestors. Let's be clear on that. Those lois, they refer to them as Guinea, loi Guinea. That's how they refer to them. Okay? Um, I spoke about medtet a minute ago. I must add that when a Haitian is dead, when a Haitian dies, okay, he becomes that Loi who was his medtet, who was his guardian angel, who was his headmaster. That's what he becomes when a Haitian dies. He becomes the Loi who was his angel, guardian angels. I keep saying angel guardian angels. Okay, that's the way it is. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm trying to make my ascension, but by not letting my ancestors go, I'm not abandoning them. I keep them alive in my life. And I don't know if you realize that it's only Haitian who are abandoning. Like in Asia, they have the Buddhism, but if you go anywhere, you see Chinese places. They have the Buddha, and they put the incense and the orange and the thing, and they still honor their ancestors. Everywhere in the world, almost, people honor their ancestors. And you have that opportunity, you have the main thing, and you're letting go. You're letting go and adhering to a religion that massacred people, massacred people, your people, for you to accept their God. What's so serious about this? What's so divine about this? And when people talk about their culture in Haiti, their ancestors, you think you know it all and you laugh at them and you criticize them. And it's just like I'm in Mexico now. Last year, November, I went to the cemetery and see how crowded it was, how the people honor their dead. Honor the dead. Everywhere I went, I see people in their houses with an altar, pictures of their ancestors, with what they like the most. They cook their drinks they like, they put it there. It's in the whole country. And no one criticized it. No one. And they have the Catholic religion. But their Mayan or Aztec culture, they do not let go. They do not let go. And recently, I went to a tour. I went on a tour, and the young man who was my guide, our guide, and he was showing us a place where it's a temple, an Aztec temple. The Spanish built a church right above it. They do that a lot. And he said he was kind of emotional. He says, you know, the Spanish and the conquest is something that we don't want to talk about because it hurts us. It hurts them. But you enjoy being a slave. There's one thing I want to say that is very interesting. I mentioned that the voodoo is a pyramid, right? One we go under and they keep going up and so on and so forth. Do you know this is the same principle, our pyramid principle, that they took and give it to you on in a different form? And also another thing that they do, they like to write. They write everything down. But us, people in the voodoo, everything is a secret. The little thing that I'm saying now, just about the method and then explaining, this could be a problem. Everything is mystified. Everything is hidden. Everything is a secret. So you can keep your people enslaved. You can have control over them. That's what you do. You too are putting them, and you chase them to go to Protestant. You, the Unga, the Mambo, you chase them to go to the Protestant, to change religion. It's your fault. The African have done it. I read a whole three books that an African lent me from Nigeria. That's how I know about the Ife and the god Olodumare and everything else, how it started, because it is linked to our Vodou. Because remember, Dahomey, which is now what's that country where the most Haitians come from? Dahomey. Uh, I forgot the name, but in any case, it will come back. It will come to me, you know. So they're learning because remember they used to pass everything by word of mouth. Okay, that's how they used to transmit it. Some places in the far back into Africa, they still do it, but in the cities they've learned and they have written down the thing. Benin, that's the name of the country. Dahomey now becomes Benin. That's why Nigeria has some part of our voodoo in it. Like there is a city called Badagry. You have Ogu Badagry. There is a city called Badagry. There is a lot of stuff in Nigeria that we know that we have in the voodoo culture, which is so that's why Dahomey was one with Nigeria. So what they do, they took our the Egyptian pyramid, ours, because remember, Egypt was totally black, and Egypt is in Africa. Okay, they took that and give it to you in a different form, and they took our system of pyramid, but they put that their one God there, so their God, their only God, keep going. That's when they came with the idea of one God. Well, it was Akhenaten who started that. Okay, so it's our system that they took and give it to you. All right. Now, this principle, a lot of people have used it. You have Russell, who was a Jewish practitioner. He started the religion Jehovah Witness. After he started that religion, I found out that he went back to practice his Jewish religion. You have the Mormon religion. Joseph Smith said he met a spirit named Moroni. Moroni gave him the instructions and so on and so forth. It was in New York at the time. And that religion now is as rich as the Catholic religion. A lot of Asians have joined the Mormons, but they do not know. There are aspects of that religion that only a small group of white elite know about, can see, can enter, can witness. Only a small group. Okay? So that's why I don't want to hear squat from anybody because I learn, I read, I search for me to know. So I don't want anybody to come and tell me anything and try to get me into their religion. You want to criticize, you want to stay away from me, that's your business. I also want you to know that there is a difference between loi and spirit. A spirit, you usually find a spirit in one family alone. For example, I may have a spirit in my family that no other family has. And it's not a loi. A spirit is someone like I'm trying to do who has made his ascension. Okay? It doesn't belong to the nations and the lois because that work is an individual work that I'm doing. It's an individual work. Okay? It requires a lot of discipline that I'm doing. And so, in order for me, when I finally make it, okay, if and when I finally make it, I will become a spirit. Okay, I will become a spirit and I will be in my family alone, just in my family, no other family, unless I choose to. Okay, a lot of times when there is a spirit in a family, they would identify him as Gede, but he's not Gede. Okay, but people tend to do that. And also, I want to also explain that the Gedes are dead, the dead. Okay, people who have died who become Gede. Okay, Gedes are dead. It's a it's a lot to explain why they become Gede, not Loa. Okay, sometimes it's the way the person dies. Like I remember when they were burning Haitians after Duvalier left, they were burning them. A spirit told me that these people will become evil Gede. They will become evil Gede. Okay, so it's there is a lot of nuances, a lot of things to explain, but in a simpler way, I'm explaining you what voodoo is, you know. And please, when I say to honor your ancestors, it doesn't mean that you have to go to Unga. I'm trying to stop you from going to Unga and Mambos. You can do for yourself. Any issue that you have, you can light your candle. You can light your candle, take your water, drop three drops of water, and say whatever comes to your head, and do whatever comes to your head. because they're there. They're guiding you. Okay? They're there, they're guiding you. Whatever your problem is, they can help. Or they will come in your dream and talk to you. They can. All right? And please, 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 a candle is not evil. A candle is not. I've seen. I have a cousin of mine when I was in Florida. Oh, I'm not me. I'm not gonna light candles in my house. That's dumb. That's dumb. The true light is a candle light. The true light is a candle light. Please listen to me. The true light is a candle light. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. This light here is not the real light. The candle light is the true light. Okay? Trust me. Another very, very important thing that I want to point out. Please, please do not use photos or images of Catholic saints. Don't do that. Don't do that. You're not honoring your ancestors if you do that. You're not. Because when you put the image of the saint, your ancestors is behind. Then when you address your ancestors, you're addressing the saint, the saint that you have in that image. Please don't do that. Nothing. Don't put anything. Or if you feel like you must put something, put photos of your own families, your own ancestors, whoever you want to put photos of your own family. Like sometimes I put a photo of my mother and I light a candle in front of it. I haven't done that in a while, but I have done it. My grandmother, my father, everybody. I have done it for them. And you're helping them. You're putting them in the light. Okay, so that's one thing. Another thing that I also want to point out is that voodoo is not evil. People are evil, but not voodoo. Voodoo doesn't force you to do evil. You decide on your own to use voodoo to do evil. Okay? So don't let anybody make you think it's evil. And whatever your spirits are the devil. Don't. I've heard it enough. Don't think that way. Okay? Sometimes it's because of the way you are, because you are abandoning them, because you don't respect them, because when you leave them and you keep talking nonsense, they get upset because they're your family. You need to keep the pyramid going. You need to do that. So, but they're not evil. And listen, even God can be evil. When God punishes, God can be evil. It's the same thing. Okay? It's the same thing. Don't let people make you think otherwise. They punish, God punishes. Okay? God punishes. They can kill, God killed. God have killed. So, what's the difference? Alright? What's the difference? You don't know. But they put things in your mind and you believe. You don't give yourself time to think for yourself. You don't think for yourself. They think for you. They keep you a puppet. I don't want to be a puppet. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you've learned something and you liked it. Please don't forget to give it a like and to subscribe if you haven't done so. Until next week. Ciao.